Let's talk a little bit about Anthony Volpe. We had Aaron Boone tonight basically say that Volpe was a 100% player. He was available, he was healthy, and he was on the bench. Caballero got the start. Caballero's been playing pretty well. He had the home run last night. He had a double tonight. He's got a much better arm than Volpe. I mean, you can just tell watching him, it takes him much less effort to get the ball to first base. He seems to be just a lot more handsy out there, a lot softer hands, Volpe, this is year 3. I think it's fair to regress. It's fair to say he's regressed. We've got his numbers on the screen for those of you listening. 209 average his rookie season, 243 last year, 206 this year. Home runs are back up where near they were, in his rookie season. Stolen bases have dropped because he has not been on base that much. Defense has regressed significantly. With tonight, the Yankees having the option to play him for the first time in a while as a healthy player and choosing not to do it, is the end of the Volpe era as the starting shortstop over officially now on September 15th, 2025?
I don't know. It's an interesting conversation, but just looking at his numbers, I also find it interesting that 12 home runs and he had a much higher average. You know what I mean? Like that's a little bit of the outlier in the power there. Like when the power dropped, the average went up. So I don't know if it's the Yankees that are trying to make him hit home runs or he's trying to hit home runs, but it's just not the player that he is. But yeah, he's obviously been disappointing. Brian Cashman's even talked about it I think it was in a press conference talking about his injury and, it's not the season that they expected or that he expected. But yeah, I feel like they're going to probably start him tomorrow. I don't think that he's going to fully never play again on the New York Yankees, but I do think that his job is in question this winter. They may explore some options. And honestly, Derek, I know he had 2 tough plays in the field tonight, but I think I'm okay with Caballero being the stopgap shortstop. That's right now, to be honest.
So there's 12 games left in the season, over under 6.5 games started for Volpe.
I think 6, half, 50-50.
Yeah, but it was 6.5. So it was like,
right. I'll take the under then, 6, 50-50.
All right, I'll take. I think that this was a signal by the Yankees that they are not committing to him for the postseason. I do think he'll play some down the stretch, and if he plays well, maybe he gets, a postseason start. But, they've done this before. They committed to IKF as their starting shortstop, and then in the playoffs, Oswald Peraza got a start. We had 3 different shortstops in 4 games in the ALCS that year. I think you got to pick somebody and just run with that person, down the stretch and into the postseason. It's so important to have the double play combination working well together, right? Comfortable. You can't be messing up that chemistry. I think you got to pick somebody over these next couple of weeks. Maybe Volpe starts 2 or 3 games. I think they're going to stick with Caballero most of the time. And I think Caballero is going to start in the postseason. And he might even be the starting shortstop next year to open the season. I'm not entirely convinced that Volpe is coming back. If he has surgery, which is doubtful because they say he doesn't need it. But of course they're saying that, right?
Yeah.
If he does end up getting it, he'll probably miss most of the season anyway. But even if he doesn't, there's going to be questions of, is he healthy? Should he have the surgery? Even if he struggles, every time he struggles, the questions are going to be, is how healthy is he, right? And, this was year 3 of a very underwhelming offensive performance from this guy. And with the fact that the defense has regressed too, it's just such an important position. If he was an average defender, I think they'd probably run him back out there. But the fact that he regressed so much defensively, I think you just got to go with someone else moving forward. And to me, that's Caballero for the rest of this year, and then you reevaluate this winter. I wonder, and we've talked a little bit about his athleticism, I wonder if Jazz Chisholm could play shortstop. He's got the arm. It's almost too strong for second base, right?
Yeah, he did in Miami. He came up as a shortstop.
And I thought he came up as a second baseman. I'm going to double check that. Take it for a second.
I think he definitely played shortstop at some point in Miami because I remember when Derek Jeter was there, they had this whole thing about how he's taken so much advice from him playing shortstop and stuff like that. So he definitely played shortstop in Miami. And I think he could play the position, but his best position is second.
So I'm looking up his 2020 stats, and that was the year he came up. And I'm not seeing it. Oh, he's second base. I see he played in 9 games at shortstop in 2020. So, I mean, he's athletic enough to do it. That might be a direction you go. I'm a little bit underwhelmed with George Lombard Jr. this year at Double A. This was his second straight year that he's hitting the 230s. We've seen that guys, if they struggle in the minor leagues, they don't get better when they get promoted, right? So I worry that he's going to develop